When the light fades, Part 1. Olukore was a village bathed in faith. For as long as anyone could remember, the people had known only two things: work and worship. The church bells of St. Peter's were the pulse of the village, ringing in every Sunday with a sound that seemed to echo through the hills. At the center of it all was Pastor Nathaniel, a man whose very presence felt divine. His voice, his prayers, his touch, everything about him seemed to glow with God's light. The villagers adored him, revered him, and trusted him without question. For 20 years, Nathaniel had served the village faithfully. He was a man of deep conviction, one who had forsaken many of his life pleasures to live for God and his people. His wife, Grace, and their 3 children were the model of piety, a reflection of the pastor's own beliefs. But unknown to the villagers, Pastor Nathaniel was no longer the man they thought him to be. He began subtly, almost imperceptibly, with a growing weight in his heart. The sermons he once gave with fire and conviction felt hollow. The prayers he offered felt unanswered. His faith, once unshakable, now wavered in the silence of the night. And then came the temptation. Chief Alade, a wealthy businessman with deep pockets, donated generously to the church. The funds were meant to build a new wing for the impoverished and feed the hungry. But when Nathaniel opened the large brown envelope, filled with crisp naira notes, something inside him shifted. A voice, soft and seductive, whispered in his ears, "The money can ease your family's burdens. Your wife is sick. Your children need school fees. I'm sure the church wouldn't miss a few naira notes," the voice said. Weeks passed and whispers spread through the village. Some said the church renovations were taking too long. Others claimed that Pastor Nathaniel had been seen spending lavishly in neighboring towns. But no one dared confront him. After all, this was Pastor Nathaniel, the man who had baptized their children and healed their sick. The man who had been so close to God that people swore miracles happened in his presence. Then one fateful Sunday, a stranger arrived. It was during the height of a heavy downpour, the kind of rain that kept even the most devout at home. But this Sunday, the church was full. As Pastor Nathaniel prepared to give his sermon, the church doors creaked open. Standing at the entrance was a woman, tall, elegant, and soaked to the bone. Her presence alone silenced the congregation. There was something about her that unnerved everyone, something dark and foreboding. Like, comment, share for part 2.